Welcome to the stunning trailer for the new mini-series of Boppo's Whiteboard, coming out now in a mini-series of how to do excited state transitions between different site swaps. Question was asked on rec.juggling, how do you get from one excited state to another? And there are several different ways of doing it. Of course, maybe the easiest way, the laziest way to come up with transitions between excited state tricks is to go on the internet and find a web server which calculates them or generates them for you and just use that. But of course, you know, if global thermonuclear war breaks out and blows away the satellite, which is your connection to the World Wide Web, can't do that anymore. Fortunately, it isn't hard to work them out yourself on paper or on a whiteboard. So I'm going to show several different methods in different episodes of how to calculate or deduce transition sequences. It turns out that if you know the get in and get out for an excited state trick, or for two tricks that you want to go between, that alone is already sufficient to calculate transition sequences. If you can work out what the states are that a trick goes through during its throws, for the two tricks that you want to go between, you can usually find transition sequences just from looking at the patterns of the states and trying to get from one of the states in one of the tricks to one of the states in one of the other ones. And also, if you can find out where all the throws land, for example, you know, if you throw a 7, that ball lands 7 beats later, it lands over here, and you do that for all the throws of the two tricks that you want to transition between, that alone is sufficient to deduce transition sequences. And of the three, I like the last one the best. It's the strongest method, and it shows you all the possibilities for whatever issues arise from collisions. You can make those go away and calculate all of the possible transition sequences within the context of having changed those throws so that they don't collide anymore. So that's a very powerful method. That method is also works great for synchronous tricks. All of them work for synchronous tricks as well, but that one works particularly well when you sort of don't know what you're doing. It's the most brute force of the methods, and so in some sense it's sort of the strongest method. So I'll show in different episodes each of these different methods for getting between, as the example, at least for the async tricks, between 741 and 714, two 4-ball excited state tricks, how to go in between them. Who's the dude in the painting?